Warning, if you have not finished all of Final Fantasy XIV MSQ, click off this video. There are major spoilers, okay? You have been warned. So, Endwalker is just around the corner. And with this, means that Shadowbringers is now coming to its end. And I do want to say first that I am very excited for the new expansion, okay? Don't get me wrong. But can't help but just feel a bit of sadness saying goodbye to Shadowbringers as the current expansion. For a bit of context, I've been playing for about almost 2 years. Just about. And up until now, I guess, I've only ever really known Final Fantasy XIV as Shadowbringers. So, as most people, I started out on the free trial. And I came to really like the game, and I played all through Heaven's Word, got to Stormblood, and I had to buy the game now. So, after completing Mog Station Savage, and going through all that, and finally being able to buy the game, the next time I logged into the game, I was introduced to this login screen for the first time. Now, this was one of the most epic shit I've ever seen for a login screen. And I knew that from this moment onwards, I was going to be in for one hell of a ride. And so I went on into Stormblood. And it was good. Then I made it to now Shadowbringers. And as I played through all of it, I of course was just blown away. It was such an experience in a game that I don't think I have ever had before to that level. So, to say the least, I really fell in love with the expansion. You know, experiencing the story, going through each of the zones, which I have to say that each and every one of them are very distinctive and pretty unique and memorable. Unlike from their Garabania zones, each and every one are like very different and they're very cool to go through. Now, I really feel that in this expansion, you really grow attached to the Scions as a whole, I think, or actually each and every one of them, more than I think you were before. So much so that you may start telling them about that Savage Clear that you finally got last week. And then there's Graha. Man, Graha is probably the best character in the whole game for me, maybe. It's hard to say because there are a lot of good characters in this game. But I really like him a lot for this one quote that he says that just really hit me, and I felt very related to him.
Would that it was so easy. The glory of the heavens was ever beyond the grasp of those who never thought to reach for it. But if I have gained anything from all of this, it is the courage to stretch out my hand.
Now, this one piece of dialogue really hit home for me. I related a lot to it, and it really inspired me to also have the courage to reach out my hand. So yeah, I like Graha. Best boy, by the way. Another thing that I really loved about this expansion was the music. Now, before Shadowbringers, the music in this game was already very fucking good. This we all know. But there is something about Shadowbringers music that I feel kind of just transcends all the rest. I don't really know how to put this into words. I guess best to say it's kind of the one that hits most emotionally, I guess. And it's not just because of the scenes it's used in. I feel like it's also for a lot of the music itself and how it is done. Now, I have done most of the content in this game, except for Savage, one day. And lately, I've really been trying to get most of the Shadowbringers extremes done. I'm currently, as of now, trying to work towards Ruby. So we'll see how many I get done before the roughly 2 weeks we have left until endwalker. Okay, so while I was making this video, I actually have now cleared Ruby Extreme. So yeah, that's another one down. What can I say? Just too good. Now, again, do not think I'm not excited for endwalker. I absolutely am. And I cannot wait to see how Yoshipie NT will destroy the little emotional stability that I have left after Shadowbringers. But no, for real, I am pretty damn hyped. Now, I would be lying to myself if I said I wasn't going to miss logging into this every day. Now, this will be my first time experiencing an expansion launch, so I don't really know what to expect, but from what I've gathered from other people, is that they've generally gone pretty smooth. Except for Stormblood, where there was that whole deal with, Raban and Pippin, but other than that, it was never really a horrible launch. Now, with the recent explosion of Final Fantasy had over the summer, we'll have to see how this launch goes. So, yeah, get ready for those big queues at launch, people. But anyways, this just about wraps up this video about what I wanted to just talk about. I really love this expansion and I thought I'd give it a proper send-off. And going into this new expansion, you bet your ass I'm walking in with it with open arms. So I'll see you on the moon, fellow warriors of light.